Hey there, fellow freedom enthusiasts. Buckle up because today we're diving headfirst into the world's most liberal country. This ain't your grandma's kind of liberal, folks. We're talking next level. Is that even legal? Liberal. Spoiler alert, it probably is. This country, my friends, makes Amsterdam look like Salt Lake City. They've taken the concept of personal freedom and cranked it up to 11 consequences be damned. So if you've ever dreamt of a place where you can truly be yourself, no matter how weird or wacky that self might be, you've come to the right place. Just remember, with freedom comes responsibility, or in this case, a complete lack thereof. But hey, who are we to judge? Let's dive in. First up, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the lack thereof. In this bastion of liberation, clothing is considered optional. Yes, you heard that right. Grocery shopping in the nude, totally acceptable. Business meeting in your birthday suit, go right ahead. Now, before you get any ideas, it's not a free-for-all. Public indecency laws still apply, for those pesky things like, well, you get the picture. But let's just say the definition of indecent is pretty darn liberal here, so if you're feeling breezy, feel free to ditch the duds. Of course, this level of freedom can lead to some, shall we say, interesting encounters. Imagine bumping into your boss at the supermarket, both of you stark naked, arguing over the last avocado. It's enough to make you reconsider that whole naked and unafraid philosophy. If you thought the clothing situation was wild, wait till you hear about their approach to traffic laws. Let's just say the DMV had a nervous breakdown trying to write this section. In this land of the freewheeling, traffic lights are more like gentle suggestions, stop signs are optional, and the concept of a speed limit is laughable. Driving here is less about following rules and more about survival of the fittest, or at least the most spatially aware. It's a chaotic ballet of near misses, creative interpretations of traffic signals, and drivers who treat their horns like musical instruments. Surprisingly, there haven't been any major accidents. Maybe it's the sheer unpredictability that keeps everyone on their toes, or maybe it's just dumb luck. Either way, if you're planning on renting a car here, invest in a good helmet and a whole lot of patience. Section 4, animals are citizens too, sort of. Remember that whole all men are created equal thing. Well, this country took it a step further and decided to include animals in the equation. Okay, maybe not full-blown citizens with voting rights and whatnot, though knowing them it's probably on the ballot somewhere. But they do have some pretty impressive animal rights laws. For starters, factory farming is strictly prohibited. Animals are treated with respect, given ample space to roam, and fed a steady diet of organic kale smoothies. Okay, maybe not the smoothies, but you get the idea, and don't even think about messing with their pets. They're practically royalty here. In fact, there's a rumor that a hamster once sued its owner for emotional distress and won. We can't confirm if it's true, but honestly, would you be surprised? Section 5 taxes, we don't know her. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, taxes, or rather the lack thereof. In this utopia of liberty, they've done away with pesky things like income tax, property tax, and even sales tax. Yes, you read that right. You can buy a diamond-encrusted yacht and not pay a single cent in taxes. But how do they fund their government, you ask, your voice trembling with a potent cocktail of awe and disbelief? Well, they've got this whole voluntary contribution thing going on. Basically, if you feel like it, you can donate some money to the government. Shockingly, it seems to be working. Maybe it's the fresh air, the abundance of nude beaches, or the simple fact that nobody has to pay taxes. Whatever the reason, this country is living proof that sometimes the best way to govern is to barely govern at all. Section 6. So, book your flight, maybe? So there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the world's most liberal country, where freedom reigns supreme, clothing is optional, and the only rule is that there are no rules, except for that one about public indecency, maybe. Is it a recipe for chaos? Possibly. Is it a hilarious social experiment gone right? Most definitely. Would we recommend visiting? Absolutely. Just make sure your insurance is up to date, pack a spare set of clothes, or don't, and prepare to have your mind blown. Just remember, what happens in the world's most liberal country stays in the world's most liberal country. Unless it ends up on Last Week Tonight, then all bets are off.